Oh, I gotta start. And I have to go pee. Well, there's a bio break in my future.
Very.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Rivera.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, everybody. Good day to you.
Good morning. Still.
It's TFT, Tarot for Today, Divine Dabblings with
Mr. O.
And me, Banshee, and it's our morning show, so clearly, no.
I checked and I'm sure I'm Mr.
O. We're starting earlier today. We're usually on today for any new people at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, but we had to wiggle the schedule today because of a prior engagement, so we are doing it early today. We're getting it done.
Right. Normally we're on Sundays from 2 to 4 p.m. as well as Thursdays, 7 to 9 p.m. So anyways, how's everybody
good
doing?
To see everybody this bright and early. I see Rowena's made it also. All right. All right, guess what I forgot?
The card you wanted?
Yeah.
Go get it.
I'm thinking. I had something in mind, and honestly, it's escaping me now. But just give me a second. If nothing else, I know what I can pull. I'm just surprised they're not here. What did I do with them? Hide them? I was going to use one of my botanical decks, and they all seem to have disappeared. Spring is coming.
Well, I'll mention that, of course, on Monday, our monthly modality message will appear probably in the afternoon as the sun enters Aries, and I know there's some Aries out there. There's
Woot woot!
one right next to me, as a matter of fact.
It is my birthday season, and it begins
All right.
Monday. Or is it Tuesday? Whatever. It
It's
begins.
It begins.
It begins now, as far as I'm concerned. Okay. Well, Kara, I see you got the Witch's Moon Magic cards. Violet, did you ever get these yet? These are pretty awesome. It's nice to have. I think I'm going to read from the Moon Magic ones. I also have the Signs of the Times Oracle, if anybody wants an Oracle read. But we usually do a card for the collective, where I read an Oracle card for everybody, and then we do our tarot readings.
All right.
Oh, we're getting more people. I see Pergatti's here.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Pergatti.
Nightbot is even here.
Nightbot is here. And Bunny stops here. All right. I'm going to let you pick one. What does it say?
Drawing down the moon.
Ooh.
Empowerment.
I like that one. Empowerment. They have a little incantation in here, which I think is really nice. On this bright night, I draw down the moon. Oh, goddess, speak through me. Empower me soon. Fear is to face first, a journey within. Powered, reclaimed, let the ritual begin. This moon magic is said and done, so mote it be with harm to none. And basically, the guidance of this moon is a secret wish to summon up authoritative power, to whip up a storm with the click of your fingers, and to work your magic with effective control, presents you with many powers of possibilities in the highest forms. Feelings of inadequacy or low self-esteem would be a thing of the past if only you could manage that invisible source called energy effectively. All powerful witches do. So release the fears that prevent you from reclaiming your inner power and step into your full sovereignty. As the full moon hangs in the sky, embrace its energy as you draw down its magic. Mystery and the embodiment of the goddess. She is the vessel from which all things spring forth. Feel the energy of the goddess surging through you. Allow her to move and work through you as you accept her gift of empowerment. Soon you will have to have control over your life and the confidence to support others, all while standing in your power. And I think right there, the message, empowerment, confidence in the ability to support yourself, to support others, to work magic in your life, in whatever form you do that. That's what it's about. Self-empowerment right now should be the key. And I like that. You need to feel secure and comfortable in yourself in order to bring about anything you desire, So work on that. Build that up. Trust yourself, Have confidence in yourself. If you need to do some mirror magic, and by that, or mirror affirmations might even be a better word, to look at yourself in the mirror and just, tell yourself you believe in yourself. You can do it, as you face your struggles every day.
All right.
Did I say enough?
You certainly said it well.
Did you want anything to add to that?
No.
Do you have anything to add about drawing down the moon, for example, and, the empowerment that brings?
Of course it does. There's nothing I could add to that.
All right. Well, anyway, that's what I have for the collective today. Just on the fly, I definitely had something else in mind. I'm sorry I didn't get that together. The early schedule threw me off. But anyway, we're ready to go. We all have different decks today. I focused on some lighter spring decks, but I also brought in the Shadowlands Tarot because, spring equinox, there's a balance between the light and dark energies. So we have the Shadowlands Lenormand in the mix, and we have the Shadowlands Tarot, and he also has the Dreaming Way Tarot, which is kind of a light-colored, springy sort of deck in a way. All right.
All right.
Let's roll.
So, Angel Mary is first.
Angel Mary is first. Hi, Angel Mary. Good to see you right at the beginning. You're in. Will you meet your future spouse this year? Well, it's those 3 cards, and you know what? I don't know why I knew I would need the timing cards, but I brought those just in case.
And I have the Mermaid's Tarot.
All right. Yes, I got to remember it's fall equinox somewhere in the world. So that's true. But either way, it is that balance between light and dark. And on one side of the world, it's going towards the dark half of the year. And the other side of the world, we've got the light half. What you got?
First card. 5 of Wands.
Oh.
Upright.
Don't surprise that in a Will I Meet My Spouse This Year reading.
I don't like my glare issues there. Then I have the Emperor upright. And another 5. The reversed 5 of Pentacles.
Huh. I hesitate on this one, Angel Mary. It looks as though they're not very romantic-based cards.
I'm just trying to see where I'm going to block the light from. Go ahead.
Go ahead and just close one of those shades if you need to. That's probably what it is, right? That back one, I think. But anyway, let me proceed.
I was planning to do that.
Let me proceed. 2 5s, and not only that, you have the 5 of Wands here. I feel as though, you are up against a lot of competition out there to find, the perfect spouse. And so, I feel here that's the struggle this year is, standing out in the crowd, right? What makes you stand out in the crowd? Well, the Emperor here knows how to stand out in a crowd. He does. He wears that crown, and in a way that falls back a little bit onto our card for the collective today, a little bit about self-empowerment. Yeah, I would have left that light on, but maybe...
Why?
Well, because I think it's now looking a little dark there, but maybe not. Okay.
Maybe not is correct.
All right. So at any rate, there's going to be competition. You need to have control, and you need to also, stand out in some way. An emperor is very self-empowered, He's strong within himself. He knows how to rule. He knows how to show people what...
Just the box.
I know. What he can do. And so, you've got to also here with the 5 of Pentacles reversed, again, this card is a little better in its reversed position. It's not perfect, though. So what I think this is saying is that, you might make some progress this year. I'm not sure you're going to meet your spouse this year according to these cards. But we'll throw the timing cards later and see what they have to say.
Well, I too don't feel that there's a direct answer here. There's some ambiguity. And I echo what Banshee says, that there just seems to be competition. I've often heard that sometimes there are some countries or places where the gender differential is misplaced for various reasons, and there may be more men or maybe more women in a society where either are looking for more of each other. So that could be a factor, but I think it's just the idea too that a lot of people are looking to find the perfect relationship. So there is competition on any side of that. The Emperor, to me, suggests that you do have some advantages, and it mostly may be in who you know and who can spread influence for you or help show you that attention, that influence. So you may have people who you trust who would be able to assist you with this, or maybe they are like you in the same kind of situation, but you have that sense of a camaraderie there or some sort of order there. The 5 of Pentacles seems to give me more hope because it's reversed, and maybe it's suggesting too that and I don't know how you'll feel about this, but maybe it's suggesting that it's more a matter of relaxing and not trying so hard, perhaps.
You know, I just thought of something, and it's going to tie into these. By the way, I forgot. I'm sorry. But these will not affect what we said.
Okay.
Actually, it'll enhance it. This is probably saying, you know, in a way, Angel Mary, that I think, you know, during this year, you may find some place that you click in, that you belong in, where it may be more likely that you can find this person, you know, whether it's a group of friends, whether it's people you associate with, whether it's community organizations or some workplace, some place that you belong to in some way, you may find this person eventually. And here with the Lenormand, we have the letter, and we have the birds. And right here, I think the key for you making progress this year is communicating with others, accepting invitations and invites to events or whatever. Maybe you see a flyer for an event that's in something that interests you, you know, professionally or otherwise. You go to more events, you mingle more, you talk to people more, and that's what will bring you the success you need.
I liked what Banshee said about that Five of Pentacles, because I do think that it gave the idea of a possibility. And so I like where that was mentioned there, that it's the idea of just being able to fit in or feeling comfortable, feeling like you belong in a sense. And so I think that the birds and the Lenormand cards sort of add weight to that. The idea that maybe if you allow yourself to feel comfortable, people will connect with you naturally, and you could find yourself being more involved in a social scene that could lead to meeting the person who could be your spouse. But once again, I'm not sure if it'll happen by the end of the year. Maybe something will be, you know, starting to happen, and you're always free, you know, to ask us again.
Yeah, I decided not to do a yes/no on that one, Violet, but I am going to throw these timing ones, which they can be really out there, but we'll talk about them when I see what it says. 1 month. We'll talk about that. Well, it could be anywhere between 1 month and 10 months. So I would like to say this. I think progress will be made during this time period, you know. You just have to find the right niche where you will find the person that you are looking for, Angel Mary. I'm not totally optimistic it's going to be this year, but these cards indicate that something might happen or gel, you know, probably within 10 months. And, you know, when we brought that up about the Five of Pentacles, that totally falls in line with that card. There's lots of different aspects to that card.
Well,
but
there are 2 5s, so that's 10.
Yeah. Whoa, Mr. O, that's interesting. Yeah, true that. So I do feel here it's not going to be easy, but you just have to find the right niche, the right place to be looking for this person. It may take longer than this year, but and if it does happen this year, I think it's later in the year.
10 months actually takes us into the next year.
That's true.
So if it is
that's true.
Closer to 10 months, then it's just over into the next year, you know, so close enough to the idea of this year, hopefully. So we hope we gave you something to think about and work with.
So, you know, since this is 1 month, I would think this month and maybe, you know, the next month, focus on trying to engage more and trying to find places where you might want to go routinely. Maybe there's a lecture series, or maybe there's certain events going on with community organizations or meetings that you want to attend on a more regular basis. And, you know, once you do that, you might end up connecting with somebody. You know, we don't always find them at bars or parties or, you know, places like that. Sometimes we find them in our everyday lives and connected with school or business or whatever.
You're welcome.
All right, that's what we have.
So we're going to move on.
We are moving on. And we have Elena. Hey, welcome to the show, Elena.
Hi, Elena. Welcome to our show.
Go ahead and post your question.
I would like direction at work.
Okay. All right. So you are employed now, or are you looking for work? Just so I know.
Is it about work topics or work situations.
If you hear a cat crying, that's Sassy.
Yes, I'm actually astral projected over there and I'm teasing her. No, I'm not.
No. Sassy gets... I don't know why she gets lonely. She's got a sister and a brother.
You started a new job recently and you're just not sure if it's the right fit.
Okay, that helps. Thank you. We'll see what the cards have to
Don't
say.
worry, Angel, Kara, and others. It's not Sunny.
Yeah, it's Sassy.
He's snoozing upstairs.
She's very vocal. She's always been, really, for many years.
Okay, so did you get Elena's questionnaire or sort?
I did.
All right.
So I'm using my cute little Mystic Gnome Tarot
Of course it's Sassy.
that I got on Kickstarter.
And I see Sienna Saran has joined us.
Sayama Saran. Hi, Sayama. We will get to you. We have a list, so you have to be patient.
I don't think it's cute. I sort of think it's forlorn and semi-sad. Her meow, Kara.
We don't know why. She does get a lot of attention.
Well, I have a theory, but I don't want to say it.
All right. Okay, well, we've got the Tower reversed here. It's very interesting. We'll talk about that. Oh my. We do have the Nine of Cups reversed as well. I'm throwing all reversals here for you. And then we have the Empress reversed. Now, I don't want you to panic. We'll talk this out, what we see here.
Over in Lenormand, we have choices.
That's
it's sort
the
of
path.
a maze.
Yeah.
And we have the stars.
Wow. Okay. You know, this may not be the right fit for you, I have to say. And maybe you feel it in some way. There might be a feeling here that this does not fulfill you or fit, you know, your goals or your dreams or desires in some way. Do you feel maybe that some of the work is, you know, stifling your creativity, or you're not able to, you know, you don't feel like, you don't feel into the work you're doing. It's, I almost feel that. And it's almost as if here, or maybe I should say, because the Empress is reversed, that this job might be taking a lot out of you in some way. So you might need to do a little bit more self-care, a little bit more downtime when you get off the job, you know. And here the Tower is reversed. You know, the Tower is often about, in its reversed phase, I don't like it as much as when it's upright, because when it's reversed, it's kind of indicating that we might be repeating the same cycles over and over again. So like, have you been here before? Have you been in a job that you've found is just not that fulfilling, and here you are again, you know? So there is something you need to take away from this experience, Elena, you know, and don't worry, though. All is not lost here, as the Lenormand is indicating here. This looks like a maze, but basically it's, you know, in the traditional Lenormand, it looks more like a signpost. Like you're looking for a direction and a place to go. And the stars is here. So what I think this is saying is, you know, don't lose hope. You know, you do have choices and options. And like in this particular job, if there's no choices and options for you to move into something you might like better, then it's time to examine what choices and options may be available for you out there. You know, because the universe is vast, your options are a bit maybe broader than you think, and so, you know, use this job as a springboard to move into something you truly desire.
Well, I'm going to go to the Lenormand because they are the most functional in terms of actual, maybe a sense of predicting where things are going or could be going. And of course, it's really good, like Banshee explained, really the idea that there is definitely something that is meant for you to happen that will influence the choices you take. So the other thing I wanted to point out, because I kind of am a little bit of a numerology wonk. This is 22, which is a master number considered, one of the several master numbers. And this is 16. But when you add them together, you get 38. And then when you add 3 plus 8, you get 11, which is, of course, another master number, 11. So I think this is really good sign for you that it's a matter of really focusing on what you want and really trying to make that your priority. Having said that, the top cards of tarot don't look as good, but I think they reflect more what you said in your question, your feeling of not having power there or being maybe somewhat oppressed, and maybe feeling that not only did you make the wrong choice, but maybe you feel like you really aren't going to be able to repair this somehow, and you should try to not think that, because there's always going to be some way to change things. I mean, that's just the reality. But I think that some of this also too could be about the fact that you truly don't feel emotionally good here, like there's a benefit. So maybe that this was a job you had to take for various reasons, and so that really sits on you. So you, like I said, you have to make hope and prioritizing getting somewhere else, the big part of where your priorities are going.
The only other thing I would say, if you're perfectly happy there, you said you're not sure if it's the right fit. If you're worried about others, and maybe, I could see that here too with this 9 of Cups, and maybe you feel you're not fulfilling expectations, things that are expected of you here, and you're worried this is all going to fall apart on you. That's possible too. But I wouldn't lose hope. You definitely have options. You definitely can move forward from this if it does not work out. So I hope some of that made sense for you, and thank you for joining us, and you feel free to come back and keep us posted how things are going.
Appreciate the feedback.
Oh, thank you, Elena. Appreciate that.
Okay, and I know Rashmi dropped in. Hi there, and it looks like you've sorted out your hearing problems, so that's good.
We have a list, Rashmi, if you want a reading. Violet can put you on the list.
I think she probably already did that.
And Penelope is up. If Penelope, I believe, wanted a reading too, so...
And Penelope, if you just want to mention what reading you want or a question. And thank you again for that, Elena.
You're welcome, Elena.
Appreciate knowing that.
Anytime. Oh!
Okay, a general reading for your granddaughter.
Absolutely.
Your daughter.
10-year-old daughter. Awesome.
All right.
All right.
Okay, well, I'm going to use the Star Spinner Tarot.
That's a good
because it's a little whimsical and fairy tale-ish in a way. Little Peter Max Art Nouveau kind of style. I love this deck. It reminds me a little bit of another deck that our moderator sold me on getting, the Moon Baby Tarot, which is a recreation of the old hoi polloi from the 70s. So I like it too. I'll probably use the not the hoi polloi, the Moon Baby soon.
And I'm using the silly kind of horror Shadowlands Tarot, but it really is kind of I won't call it whimsical, but it has kind of a interesting feel to it.
It's whimsical a la Edward Gorey.
Gorey. There you go.
And that's probably the nicest thing we can say about Mr. Gorey. Rest in peace.
Ah.
Now, he was an unusual character, but he was kind of an interesting artist for sure. Oh, yes, I love the Moon Baby. All right, Penelope. Here's the first card for your reading. I'm going to flip that up a little bit. There we go. Okay, so our first card is the Star reversed. And then we have the 9 of Wands. And then we have, that's upright, by the way.
That's upright too.
Yes, it is. And then we have the upright 3 of coins. So, Penelope, there are some things about you that seem a little serious. I'll get to that in a moment. Here is the Mountain card from the Lenormand, and then also the Garden card. So let's rearrange those a little better. Okay.
Well, there's a reversal here, and it is the Star. Sometimes we get in moods, Penelope. Sometimes we get a little bit down and depressed about things. Let's say school, work isn't going the way you want it, or maybe there's problems with friends or friendship, and you get a little disappointed or discouraged. But the Star is all about, hope. And you should never lose hope. You should always try to remain optimistic and positive through, these difficult times. Let's go card by card.
Okay. So I feel that way too, that maybe, as a young child, you have a little bit of a serious side to you. But, I did as a kid myself, that's why I got involved in reading cards, from around that age. So I think, you can take that in stride. Some days are better than others. And, maybe this represents the idea of something that you didn't get, a present you wanted on your birthday or for Christmas or something like that, but it's not the end of the world. I think that's what Banshee here would like to say. And I think I'm going to move on to the 9 of
I
Wands.
do too.
And
I can't wait.
Okay, go ahead. I'll let you go first.
Well, I was just going to say, Penelope, whether you realize it or not, you have a lot of inner strength. You have a lot of inner strength. So, even in times that get you down, you know how to pick yourself up again and, hang tough.
Despite whatever this meant, whether it was about, friends that you maybe have a little argument with right now, you really do believe in yourself, and you sort of have the sense that you can handle most things that come to you. Only something that would truly be horrible, which, hopefully isn't going to happen for a very long time, if ever.
Well, the other thing about this card I want to say, if you're doing any kind of competitive sports, if you're doing anything, on a competitive level, you are not, even a spelling bee, you are not a quitter.
I also think that this too could pertain to your school life or your academic life, as it were. So this could also talk about you in school too, that you may not see yourself as the smartest or best student, but you're a student who really wants to finish what you start and to do as well as you can.
And finally, that last card just indicates to me, I hope I'm not saying anything that's not right here. This looks as though you are really good at your studies at school. You're working hard anyway, and it's possible, this year you will be recognized for it in some way, if not with just the good grades. You could stand out in other ways here. Perhaps you could be a team leader of some sort. Again, if you were involved, for example, in some kind of team sports.
And I think that's very true. I think that the team element works out really well for me too, because I think this card says that when there are situations where you and your friends, whether they're in school or out, need to come up with ideas or need a plan, maybe people think you're more likely that person to do that, or you are in fact that person, that you have a good sense of dynamics, which maybe is a big word for you, but really of how people can get along with each other or how they can work with each other.
And here's the thing. So I see the garden here and I see the mountain. Mountain sometimes means obstacles or hurdles or little problems that you might be having to overcome. Now, I don't know if you're a shy person. It's possible you are shy. So, the thing is, maybe you have trouble either making friends or that, you're a little bit shy. you're very, very strong person. I think it's really clear. And right now, it just might be that there could be some problems with friends right now that, maybe you're having a little argument, and Mr. O suggested earlier, or you may just be having a little bit problems making friends, but really you shouldn't worry about that. Some of us are a little bit more shy or have more difficulty relating to others. There's nothing wrong with that. There are many of us that are like that.
Well, I don't see this exactly in the cards, but I'm wondering if maybe there's something different. Like maybe there's a recent move, you're in a different neighborhood, or maybe there was a move to a different school, or there's a situation that maybe, is new to you and you need, to get used to some new things about that. That could be about the shyness.
I feel like you're going to stand out in some area this year. I think it's really clear. And, you are a lot tougher than maybe you give yourself credit for. And, I have to say that, sometimes we do get a little down on ourselves, and as Elena even said here, Penelope is very serious. So I do think that maybe that's it. And lighten up on yourself a little bit, because
Thanks
you've got a lot
feedback.
to offer. And wish you luck with that.
They did move to a new neighborhood.
That's what I was thinking. This trouble possibly making friends, new friends, connections. You'll get there. Don't worry about it. I think also seeing the Three of Pentacles here, that is working and being with others. So I think you're going to find people you will fit right in with.
Well, you know what, Penelope? I'm so glad you came to the show today. I really hope you enjoyed your reading, and I see a nice future for you one way or the other.
Good luck with that.
Good luck.
All right. Hey, let's move on to
Moonlight. All right. And that'll be your deck. You're welcome, Elena. Come again sometime.
Yeah, good. Nice that you stopped in. And your daughter. Thank you so much.
Moonlight, did you leave us a question? I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember either. I'm a little drag, so don't worry. We'll get there. My tarot, right? So
That's right.
we'll move on to tarot at the end of the rainbows.
So just literally in the half an hour before we were here, we had the Banshees Material Matters show. Seems like it was only a half an hour ago. It was. But
Well, a little over.
good financial advice, plus we're kind of like a tarot tribe there. We just have a lot of fun. So check it out next week or any week. Well, what should you be focusing on this week?
Well, let's see.
All right. Thank you for the question.
How about the reading?
What's
What
that?
should we focus on? Why is
your
it
reading,
important?
yeah.
Yes,
Mhm.
let's do that.
Sounds good.
No, it's okay.
We got it, Violet.
All right.
Meant to stay.
What? Oh,
Yours.
all right. Well, we've got Temperance reversed. We got the Magician upright. Holy moly! And we have Strength upright. You got 3 major arcana cards here. Moonlight. What do you
Over
got?
in Lenormand, we have the Ring. Wow, that's pretty far out. And we
like that one.
have
I love
a
this
bear.
stuff. I love this
It's
stuff.
Animal Palooza.
Yeah.
Sort of. A bear and a wolf. All right.
Well, this is definitely an interesting read, and I'm kind of glad I chose the reading I did. So basically, what is it you need to focus on this week? You need to focus on how to restore some balance. What?
Never mind. Keep going.
How to restore some balance, okay? Yeah, you shouldn't do that. How to restore some balance. Trying to get to the point here. It seems as though maybe there's some things that are kind of stressful or might be throwing you off your game a little bit. And that's why the magician is here. You know, you just got to kind of dig deep. You got to realize that. So why is this important? Is that because, you know, there are things you want to manifest this week. And so you have to restore some sense of balance, some sense of equilibrium in order to work your magic. You have everything in place to accomplish something, but, you know, without the balance, without the the ability to focus determinedly on what you desire, that could be a problem. I'm going to stop there, but I'm going to add that later. So if you want to do these two, that's fine.
Okay, so you asked, what should you focus on? And the first card is Temperance Reverse. So this seems to indicate that there are things that really need to find a way to seek rebalancing, or even in a mundane way, there may be people you need to maybe say certain things to. Some of those things may be apologies or ways of trying to mend fences, or maybe you need to be receptive to those people who may be wishing to do that with you. Why is this important? Well, what I just said, believe it or not, I think strengthens your will when you can be a little bit more magnanimous than you're used to. You kind of set yourself up as sort of saying, I have will. And of course, the magician exemplifies a lot more than just that. But that's a good start here. I'll let you take back over.
Yeah, because where is this heading? Where is this leading? I'm going to throw in the Lenormand along with this last card because I really feel that this card fits in with the bear. Why is this important? Because it's about your power. It's about your self-empowerment. This is leading to making you stronger, rebalancing, refocusing, so that you can manifest what you desire and be in your power. Commit to recognizing how much power, personal power you truly have. You can get a lot accomplished if you recognize how strong you truly are. And when we talk strength here, we're not talking brute strength. We're not talking being able to force the universe to, squeeze it out of the universe to get what you desire. We're talking about the power to work with the universe to obtain what you desire.
It's an interesting contradiction because many people would look at the magician card, why is this important? And there's a sense of mastery here, but where does it lead to? The idea of understanding your compassion strength, or your willingness to understand other perspectives or other people's concern strength. So that's where it leads to, is that maybe this idea about regaining balance is also about understanding yourself at a different level than you have it, but also to being able to apply that to all your relationships with others. That idea of compassionate strength. And although it's not exactly echoed in the bear, it kind of is an interesting idea because the bear is a she-bear in most intents. And of course, that sort of just really does play to that idea of more than one form of strength. So it is about the commitment to doing that. This is about recognizing within yourself those possibilities where you can make changes that bring balance, but also understanding.
And the only other thing I would throw in there, because I just love to muddy waters, is that the bear is also about financial security and things of that nature. So this could be leading to, you feeling more empowered and safe, secure financially, committing to making sure everything is good in your financial world in the week ahead. So if you want something more tangible to focus on, this might relate to work or financial matters of some sort.
Well, it could very well be that because, of course, the very first card, Temperance Reverse, could be that there are mundane things that are out of balance too. Yeah. You owe too much money, you need to find a better job, things like that. So once again, finding your mastery, finding your ability to understand the situation maybe at a heart level, really does pull into that idea too.
That's what we have for you. Good luck with that, Moonlight.
Good luck, Moonlight.
And Libra cusp is up.
And Libra has asked their question.
And Elena left us to do some schoolwork with Penelope.
Good luck in your schoolwork. Libra asks, what does my future look like with Mark, my boyfriend? You're welcome. I hope that helped.
Hey, you're very welcome. And what was that again? Let's see.
What does my future look like with Mark, my husband?
Oh, okay.
Or boyfriend.
Boyfriend.
Sorry.
Whoops, he's
Putting
jumping.
the horse before the carriage.
Wow. Was that a Freudian slip or a psychic slip?
Well, you're going to really flip when I'm telling you that I'm going to use my dark tarot, which sort of has a little bit of the naughtiness in it.
Well, now that the 10-year-old is gone.
It's not that naughty.
Okay. I remember the deck I wanted to bring out. Darn, I'll have to bring it out on... It's funny how it just popped back into my head. It wasn't it wasn't one of my botanical decks. It was something else.
I might have to start putting disclaimers. Oh, wait, we do one, actually. I mean, my disclaimer is that this is... Oh, okay. Awesome.
Trying to think how that fits. Okay, go ahead.
Well, it's the sun, even though it looks like...
The dark sun.
It's the sun. It's the Four of Pentacles reversed. And it's the Tower reversed, which I do not like at all, generally. The Garden and